Okay, this expression, to simplify it, is very challenging. It's a fraction times another fraction. Remember when we multiply fractions together? It's just top times top and bottom times bottom. So I'm just going to go ahead and turn that into one big fraction. So that's all the top and that's all the bottom. Now let's take a look at some of the parts that we can simplify. I have a power of a power, negative 3 times negative 2, that makes positive 6. So I really have an x to the 6 on the bottom instead of that part. Up here I have a 5 times a negative 3, that'd be negative 15. I've got a bunch of negative exponents. I could move those next if I want. Negative 5, that's going to go to the top, that'll be positive 5. This one is a negative 9, that's going to move to the top, it'll be positive 9. This one is a negative 15 on top, it'll move to the bottom and become positive 15. Now, why don't I move that one? Well, because it's not a negative exponent, it's a negative number. Numbers we don't move. It's powers that are negative that we move. Now, what is something to the 0 power? Right, it's 1. So a to the 0 just equals a 1, and if I'm multiplying by a 1 in this problem, I don't need that. I could just multiply by 1, it doesn't do anything. Now let's go ahead and try to put together all this big mess of stuff that we have. On the top, I have a negative 18 times a 2, that's negative 36. I have an x to the 2 and an x to the 9, and they're multiplied, so I add the exponents. 9 and 2 is 11. I have a y to the 5 on the top. On the bottom, I have an x to the 6 and a y to the 15. All right, so now we can keep going and simplify a little bit more. Negative 36 is the only number. 11 minus 6, that's going to be 5, and it's on the top. How about y's? Right, 15 minus 5 is 10. You put that on the bottom. A lot more simple than when we started.